Hello, my lovelies. I hope everyone's okay. And today, I want to talk about self-respect. I want to talk about how not having self-respect is holding you back. And that's something that I've definitely realized in my healing journey, or like me becoming better, me actually achieving my goals. And the reason why I was able to become who I am today within my journey is because I started to respect myself in so many. And the thing is, like, self-respect comes in every aspect of your life. And if you look at anything in your life that you're not succeeding, or you're not doing good enough, or you're not, satisfied with, it's usually because you lack self-respect in the aspect. So that, today we're gonna acknowledge certain areas of your life where you lack self-respect and how that is showing up. So yeah, let's get to the video. Not respecting your time and energy is holding you back so much in life, and I need you to understand that. When I post on TikTok about, setting boundaries and saying no and whatnot, like, people like, how do you do it? How do you do it? It's just respecting yourself. I need you to understand that your time and your energy is not endless. I need you to think about your time and your energy as a budget. Imagine you have, like, I want you to visualize you have that much time and energy. Now you keep picking it and throwing it to things that you don't care about, things that don't interest you, just to please everyone. Keep taking away from your budget, and now you're left with nothing. Now you're broke. I need you to think about your time and your energy as a currency. Your time and your energy is a huge currency. It's something that is priceless. But you don't think of it like that because you don't respect yourself. So now after you running around and you doing things that you don't want to do, and you being someone that you're not, and you helping everyone but yourself, now after that, you're left with nothing for yourself. You're burnt out. Like, so many people I meet, and they be like, I'm so tired, I have no energy to do it. Why? Because you don't respect your time and energy. I need you to budget it. Now when my friends run to me to like vent or talk about something, I only answer the phone when I know I can. When I know I have enough energy and time in my budget. If I don't, then I don't. I don't care how selfish I look. Because I know I have specific amount of energy and time that I can give out to the world. Same way, if someone's starting an argument with me about something stupid, now I sit down with myself and I'm like, okay, this is my budget. Is it worth it for me to engage in that, or is it not? I don't react to everything anymore. I don't, because I value and respect my time and energy. Because it's it's the most valuable currency that I have. Now, if you're in a relationship with someone that you don't like, someone that you don't get along with, someone that you argue all the time, like, your energy is getting drained every day being around this person. You don't respect your energy and time enough. You're just wasting it. And then you wonder why you don't have enough energy to go to the gym, why you don't have enough energy to do your assignments, to find a new job, to actually spend time with your friends. It's because you're wasting your energy. You're not being intentional about where you're putting your energy. Before, I swear to God, like, anyone would piss me off, I would be like, okay, I will argue with everyone. I will try to be right. I will complain about everything. And now I'm like, actually, that I'm wasting my energy. I'm not respecting my energy. Where can I put that energy that will actually benefit me, instead of just take away from me? Next point, you don't respect your intuition. And this is a very complicated conversation, especially with people who struggle with anxiety like me. I feel like if you had or have, anxiety for the majority of your life, and you struggle to kind of manage that, you start to completely ignore your intuition. Because you start to mix up intuition and anxiety, and it starts to be confusing. So altogether, you start to ignore anxiety, ignore intuition. You're just like trying to run away from it. You're running around, distracting yourself, doing so many things in order to just not feel that uncomfortable feeling. And I understand how uncomfortable anxiety is, and I can understand how anxiety and intuition can look very similar. And especially if you're uncomfortable with anxiety, how you can run away and not get in touch with your intuition. But that's something I completely learned in my journey as well. So recently, recently I was like, wait, like I sat with my anxiety. Instead of running away, I was like, oh, let me actually sit with it. And it wasn't anxiety, it was just intuition. Like my intuition was telling me something and I was ignoring it because I thought that was anxiety. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm still to this day not that comfortable with anxiety because I'd rather feel sad every day than have anxiety. If you know what it feels like, you know how scary that shit is. Like, it's the scariest thing I've ever felt. I swear to God, like it feels like you're dying. So yeah, when I was feeling my intuition speaking to me, I didn't respect it because I thought it was just anxiety, irrational anxiety. So I got put in so many situations. I was in so many situations where I shouldn't have been, and I knew I shouldn't have been because my intuition was speaking to me, but I didn't respect it. Like, you know, when you spend time around certain people and you're like, I know this person's talking about me, I know there's jealousy, I know there's some sort of hatred towards me. You know it. Your intuition is telling you, but you just think, oh, it's just irrational anxiety. No, it's not. Listen to it. Because if I listened to my intuition, if I respected my intuition, there would have been so many situations that I could have avoided. So right now, like when I feel anxiety, intuition, whatever, like I actually sit down and think, is this irrational anxiety or is this my intuition speaking to me? You need to start respecting your intuition. Your intuition is literally like a little guardian angel looking out for you. You know what you know. Like, there's a lot of things that we consciously don't pick up on because there's a lot going on around us all the time, but your subconscious picks up on things, and that's your intuition. Your intuition is speaking to you. Like, I picked up on something that you consciously didn't notice. When you feel that little something is going on but I'm not sure, sit with it, look out for it. And I'm telling you, the moment you sit with your intuition, the moment you start respecting your intuition, your life is gonna start flowing. And also, trusting your intuition is like absolute trust in yourself. You don't respect your body. And this is a big thing. You don't respect your body. I feel like when I put on weight and I looked in the mirror, it was the fact that I wasn't, like, I didn't find myself attractive physically, but it was also the fact that when I looked at myself, I saw someone who just didn't respect their body. Because my weight gain and the way I looked at that time was the consequence of me letting myself go and not respecting my body. And at that time, I had low energy. I barely left my house. I was eating whatever. I was laying in bed. Like, my body, I completely disregarded. I didn't care. And me disrespecting my body, me disrespecting my internal world in a sense of like what I'm eating, you know, laying in bed, not working out, not doing anything great with my body, it started to really affect my everyday life. It wasn't just that I looked in the mirror and said, oh, I'm big. It was that I didn't have energy. I didn't want to do anything. If you're not eating right, if you're not working out, if you know, not doing anything beneficial for your body, your life is going to start getting affected 100%. Like, I genuinely didn't have any energy to get out of bed. And that was just the consequences of what I was eating. I was eating rubbish food every day. Where am I going to get the energy from? I wasn't taking any supplements. Where am I going to get my energy back? If you do want to start like a healthy lifestyle for your body, don't just chase the dream of, oh, I want to lose weight, I want to look good. Like, actually focus on the fact of how you will feel. Everything is connected to your body and what you eat and how much you move. Because I study health and social care and we talk about this all the time. Your diet and your exercise is so important for your mental well-being, not just how you look like. So if you do want to enter your, you know, respecting your body era, don't just focus on what you're going to look like, because that's a very superficial goal. And it's not very, you're not going to get that motivated. You're not going to stay motivated for that long. But if you see your journey of respecting your body in a way of, like, I'm trying to better my mental health, I'm trying to show love to my body, I deserve to have energy, I deserve to be able to, you know, run and walk properly without getting out of breath, I deserve to experience this healthy lifestyle with this clear mind. Because when you eat unhealthy every single day, you cannot think clearly. Your body is taking way too much energy to digest what you're eating. Because we were never meant to eat that much sugar. We were never meant to eat that much fat and oils. Your body is overworking. Your mind is overworking. Your mind is not getting the vitamins and nutrition that it needs to function and give you the best life. You're not doing justice for yourself. Stop worrying about what you look like and start worrying about how you feel like and how you're experiencing life. If there's one body that you're given, you're disrespecting it every day. You need to take accountability. But I want to be skinny, bitch. You need to be healthy in your mind. When I started my weight loss journey, like, I swear to God, the only thing I focused on at that time was my mental health. I was like, because do your research. Do your research what kind of benefits you get from working out after a week, after a day. The weight loss came later, of course, but my main focus was to better my overall well-being instead of just like being skinny. Respect your authentic self. Respect your authentic self. I feel like, I don't know if this is capitalism. I don't know where is this drive coming from, people constantly trying to be something they're not. There's so many times I catch myself just being me. Like, it's not good or bad. It's just being me. And I'm like, oh no, that's bad. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be this. I'm like, girl, what the hell? Like, every single time my authentic self tries to come out, I disrespect it. And I end up living in my head so much because I'm not allowing my authentic self to shine through. I'm not, like... When people look at me, they expect me to be some bougie girl. Like, I'm not. I'm crazy. I'll shake my ass in the middle of the street. I'm loud. I'm very extroverted. I'm very crazy. Like, I'm a crazy girl. And that's just me being authentic. Maybe that's my ADHD as well. But like, that, it just boils down to me being authentic. And sometimes I'm being my authentic self, like, just absolutely letting myself shine through. And I have to, like, I stop myself and say, oh my God, you should be, why? Why am I disrespecting something that is so beautiful, just me being me? Like, if I'm not hurting anyone while being myself, then it doesn't matter. The only time I will actually hold myself accountable if I'm hurting myself or others. But if my behavior is just me being, I don't know, crazy as I am, that's not hurting me or anyone else. That's just me being me. Respect your authentic self. Let her shine through. You're an office job when you're an artist. And then you just forget that you're an artist. It's okay to have an office job and be an artist, but don't neglect that. Like, when you engage, like, the more things they engage with that your authentic self wants to engage with, the less validation you will need from the world. I'm telling you right now, like, if you respect your authentic self, you won't care what people think about you anymore. Because you're getting that internal validation. Your authentic self is shining through and you don't care what people think because you love where you're at. You love who you are. You're not pretending. There's so many times in my life where I was hiding my authentic self, where I was hiding myself. And I really needed the external validation. I really needed people to tell me that this is good or this is bad. When I wasn't being my authentic self, I was so insecure. Because I was playing a role. And when you play a role, you have to know the lines. You have to know the steps. You need to, learn the character. And even, in the play, like, they have directors, or where people be like, oh, you're doing this great, or you're doing this bad. This is how I felt. Like, my whole life was a play and I was a character. Because I was hiding my authentic self. So I needed that validation from other people. Because I didn't know if it was good or bad. Because I wasn't doing it for myself. I was doing it for others. I was performing. Constantly performing. And that's how insecure people are. They perform constantly. And they perform and they're looking around like, oh, is this good or is this bad? Once you get in touch with your authentic self, once you start respecting your authentic self, you don't look for that, because the only person that really knows your authentic self is you. So you give yourself that validation, this good or bad, instead of playing a role and you don't know what's going on. That's not healthy. this point is a little bit similar to authentic self, but a little bit different. But start respecting your life. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but start respecting your life. Like, people live their life like they have this forever. You don't. Again, you're doing things that you don't want to do. You're engaging in things that drain you out. You say things that you don't really think it's right, or like you just don't respect your life. You want to do that, but like respect this life is a gift. This life is given to you to make something out of it. If I give you clay, you wouldn't, and for example, you would love the clay, you would try to make something out of it. You wouldn't just put it away. Like, you would want to make something out of it. The same, like, the universe gave you this one life, make something out of it. Be cringe, be weird, respect life. And part of respecting life is just living. I see so many people disrespect their lives. They forget how blessed they are. You wake up and, okay, if you wake up and you have 2 legs, 2 arms, a brain, and you're breathing, and you see outside and there's no water. There's so many people that go through some serious shit in life. You've got everything on your plate, but you're choosing to disrespect life. You need to acknowledge your own bullshit. You need to acknowledge your own bullshit thoughts. I see so many people all the time, acknowledge your negative thoughts about not respecting your life. Like, every single time you're trying to find reasons to not be happy, acknowledge that you're not respecting life and the gift that life is. Life is a gift that has been given to you, and you're disrespecting it by constantly talking shit about it. And I need you to acknowledge that. Gratitude is my everyday attitude. The last point, okay, but this is a very, very important point, at least for me in my life. Respect your thoughts. Make your thought pattern something that you respect, that you could respect. Every single time I find myself talking some negative stuff about myself, I don't respect those thoughts. I want to create the space in my head where I respect the thoughts that I'm having. I respect the thought habits that I have. If my brain starts saying, oh, don't do this, you're embarrassing, or don't do this, I don't respect those thoughts. I want to create like a thought pattern. I am creating a thought pattern where I'm like, you're doing amazing. You're living your life. You're being great. You're doing everything that you want to do. That's living life. These are the thoughts that I respect. If someone else was telling me these things, I'll be like, I respect you and I respect your thought pattern. But if someone came to me and said to me, no, don't do this. This is bad. This is embarrassing. Like, I wouldn't respect that. So why would this is the same thing. This is the same thing that I think about myself. If I wouldn't respect someone else saying something to me, I don't say that to myself. I wouldn't go to someone and be like, you're ugly, you're fat, you're embarrassing, hide away. That's really fucking disrespectful. And if someone else said that to me, I would find it very disrespectful, and I would not respect that. So I have the same values for myself. If I start saying these things to myself, I'm like, you crossing my boundary right now. Like, I would never let anyone else speak to me like that. So why do I allow myself to speak to myself like that? I don't respect those thoughts. I would never respect these thoughts. If I heard another person say that to another person, I'd be like, what the fuck? So why do I allow that to do it to myself? I'm being fake then. I want to have a very respectful and good space in my mind. And the moment these disrespectful thoughts that start coming through about myself, I'm like, I'm not involved. I don't respect that. So that's that. I hope you guys learned something from this video. I had so many issues trying to make this video. Listen, the lights were going off. The amount of stuff that I had to listen. To set up this place today was a nightmare. Almost like crying at some point. I got so overstimulated. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope we learned something, and I'll see you soon.